Hi, Lee Phillips again. I want to talk to you about cushions. One of the problems with an ALS person is they're going to sit all day long. And the Cadillac of cushions is what's called a Roho cushion. R-O-H-O, I think is how it is. There it is right there. You can see that. And it is an interesting animal. This one we got from the MDA. The MDA loaned it to us. By the way, the MDA has been very good to us. When we started, the ALS Association was just doing their ice bucket challenge, and they didn't have any money and they didn't have any organization. They had made a grand total of like $40,000 a year. That was their historic high. And all of a sudden they made $120 some odd million in the ice bucket challenge. And so the ALS has come a long ways, and their association. But the MDA's been around for a long time, Muscular Dystrophy Association, and they've been very good to us. You can borrow stuff from them. And this is borrowed, so I'm going to have to get it back to them. I've bought several of them. But the Roho cushion is a series of independent little pinnacles of air that stick up, and then the person sits on them, and they move around and can conform to the individual. So it's really comfortable. It's by far the best cushion out there. They're really pricey. This one lists for about $1,500. You can buy it online for maybe $500. If they label it medical, it's a problem. I know how to solve the medical problems, but we won't get into that. That's my rant. You don't want to hear it. But we used this one for Christy for some time on the wheelchair, the Karma wheelchair, and it worked very, very well for her. She has a custom fit Roho on her big electric chair now, and we have to pump it up every morning and adjust it. This one stayed pumped up for several years now. You can switch it back and forth to green and red, and it adjusts the pockets in it so that you can get them where you want and then set them. The trick is to get it just the right amount of air in it, and it's tricky. They say, well, you put your hand under when the person's sitting on it, and if you can move it up and down about that far, about an inch, then that's right. I can't get my hand under Christy in her electric wheelchair when she's sitting on it. So over the period of several years that she's had it, we've just gotten used to it. If you can put your hand all the way down and touch the bottom when she's not sitting in it, out flat, then it's too thin. So we pump it up a little. If you can't put it down much more than that, then it's too full of air and it hurts her. So you have to get it so that it's about halfway in between, and you're just going to have to figure out what it is for the person that you're dealing with. But the Roho cushions are really neat, and they will come on the wheelchair, the electric wheelchair. You may have to request them. We knew enough to request it when we started, but they're the Cadillac of support cushions, and an ALS person is sitting in that wheelchair all the time. Some of them even sleep in it. Christy sleeps on the purple bed, which we've talked about in another YouTube, and it's pretty cool. So with the Roho cushion and the purple bed, we've made it so she hasn't had any pressure sores, any bed sores yet, and we're in our 5th year now. So this is Lee Phillips talking about Roho cushions.